morning, everyone. I'm Tonya Maddox. I'm the publisher of the Montrose Daily Press. And in the MDP studios today, see, I'm so excited because I have Cindy Watson from Watson Insurance. And we're going to chat with Cindy. But before we do that, I have to thank Elevate Fiber. Elevate Fiber, thank you so much for sponsoring and underwriting Montrose Matters. We couldn't do this without you. And in the MDP studios today, we are having a good time with Miss Cindy Watson, the self-proclaimed connoisseur of elk. So we're going to have a great little chat with Cindy, but I am going to start with Cindy Watson. You are the owner of Watson Insurance, but you're a self-proclaimed connoisseur of elk. Tell us about that. Insurance, elk.
Yes, I do have a couple of wardrobes at my house, and one is the business Cindy Watson, where you see me handling all of your needs and finding solutions to all of your situations. But the other side of me is the outdoor person. If I get a chance to put on a pair of hiking boots and head out into the woods with my family and listen to my brother start to call elk, I'm there. So yes, I do own a camouflage clothing. You don't see me in it very often, but yes, I do own it.
Okay, so if you're heading down Townsend and you just want to stop into Watson Insurance, you never know what you're going to get, you know.
That's true, that's true.
No, that's exciting. Tell me this, I'm still learning the lingo, so don't judge me. Have you shot anything, is that correct, or caught? What is the...
Well, you don't catch them, actually, which is good. Yes, you actually shoot them. Okay. And if you're a good shot, you tend to be bountiful. If you're not a good shot, well...
Have you been bountiful lately?
We have. Actually, this has been an amazing year for our family. I was fortunate enough to fill both a bull tag and a cow tag, and so we're really excited that we're going to have lots of sausage and bratwurst, and it's a family thing for us, Tonya. Our family gets together and we do like sausage making and burger making get-togethers,
really?
And it is family and memories. And I have to put a little plug in here because Uli will probably watch this and it'll be pretty funny.
We don't do plugs here.
I know, exactly. So my boyfriend, Uli, he always jokes when we do a Christmas letter each year. He says, well, Cindy was, successful. She got this, she got that. And he says, whereas I went hiking with a rifle. And so he's not always as bountiful as getting them, but you know what? He's wonderful in helping us get them out, and he's a phenomenal cook. So it all pays off.
Oh, that is great.
Yes.
So tell me this. It's obvious that you love Montrose.
Yes,
I don't
I
want
do.
to put words
Yes.
in your mouth. But you're not from here. But you're enjoying yourself. You're here, you have your family here, you run a very successful business, but tell us about where you grew up.
Well, when we first moved here, it was kind of funny. Montrose used to have bumper stickers called native or semi-native. So I think I have been here long enough that I could almost put a native bumper sticker on my car. I came from upstate New York. I was originally born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, so I was a little Florida child.
Hence the nice tan.
Yeah, I wish. And this morning would be a great day to be in Florida, a little chilly out there. And from there, we moved to upstate New York. My father had family up there, and we had a family business. We ran a big campground, and so we had a lot of things going on in the summertime. Our summers were not filled with not doing stuff. We all had jobs to do, and we did it.
So rumor has it you had a very interesting job, just as a wee one here. So what job did they give Cindy?
Well, numbers came to me naturally as a child, and My mother was one of these.
Your clients are appreciative
yes,
of that,
they do
right?
appreciate that, yes. One of the things that my mother always incentivized us is to try something and see if you can do it. And I really enjoyed the cash register. I don't know if it was the coins or the paper or organizing the paper in the cash register, but I loved it and I loved talking to people. But the problem was I was so short that I couldn't reach the buttons on the cash register. So we had a gentleman who delivered milk to us, and he had these little plastic crates. And after he put the milk in the cooler, he turned the crate upside down, and he said, "Get up on here." And I stood on this little milk crate, and I was able to reach the keys. So until I got taller, that was how I ran the cash register.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to talk to this entrepreneur who went from standing on a crate, hitting a cash register, to running a very successful business and being a part of an organization that is definitely helping with folks in Montrose with healthcare. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Montrose Matters. I'm Tonya Maddox, and I'm the publisher of the Montrose Daily Press. And we have been having a great time with Miss Cindy Watson. She told me that I can go hunting with them next season, but I had to get rid of the 3-inch red heels. So we'll see if that happens, or if I can find some boots with some heels on them.
Camo heels, maybe. You should start something.
Okay, yes. I think we should. No, not just me. We should start something.
We should market this.
Yes, we definitely should. So, I have to ask you, Cindy, because you are very well connected here in Montrose, and I made reference to your building earlier and so forth. You're a staple. Watson Insurance is a staple, and but you're driven by something so much bigger than just providing insurance to people. Tell us a little bit about Connect Colorado and how you got involved in that and where you are now with that, because it's pretty darn phenomenal.
Well, it's I would have to say passion. I have a passion for so many things that I do. And when Connect for Health started to come out here 5 years ago, so this is our 6th year going into the open enrollments, I was approached to say, hey, I think you would be a really good fit for this. And I just kind of tackled it. I read all the reform, and I educated myself as much as I could so I could be a resource to people. So what I really try to do is to be a resource. And when Connect for Health came out and they started talking about these tax credits and how they work and how we could help people, I knew that on the Western Slope we would see the largest tax credits available throughout the whole state. And I thought, boy, if I could get out there and educate people and let them know how to cover themselves and their families, I wanted to be part of that to help them.
That's great. So do something for us, Cindy, because there are people out there who are saying, I have no idea what she's talking about. I've never heard of Connect for Colorado. What do you mean tax credits? Just water it down. Walk us through it.
You bet. So what happens is that based on a couple of factors. So it's based on where we demographically live. Okay. It's based on our ages. It's based on how we file our income tax and how many people are on our tax. And, of course, what our modified adjusted gross income is, okay? With those factors, the state of Colorado is broken up into 9 regions, and we're in Region 9. Okay. And what that is based on where we're at, we're going to see these tax credits. And think of a tax credit as nothing more than a discount based on those factors I just told you that reduce your insurance premium down. And this happens every month. It's not something you get at the end of the year. It's not something you apply for.
It's in real time.
It's a real feeling number right now. Right. So what's nice about it is that it comes off of the insurance premium, and what it's doing, Tonya, is it's helping make health insurance affordable for those individuals that it was never affordable to before, or for those individuals that haven't really looked at health insurance and why it's important to benefit that with their family. And a lot of individuals are benefiting from these credits. So,
I don't know, let's just take an average 35-year-old who is, it's a one-person income.
Sure.
They're making $40,000 a year in a household of 4.
Okay, so are we talking a family of 4?
A family of 4, yes.
So a family of 4, now with these tax credits, I mean, we can see income, go up in excess of $100,000 for a family of 4. So it's total household income.
Okay.
And what's nice, it's based on, obviously, the ages and then who actually of that family of 4 is needing coverage. So let's say you have a family of 4, but one of those individuals maybe is covered somewhere else. Maybe they're covered under individual plan that they want to keep. So they look at these tax credits based on how many of the eligible people are coming on you the policy. And the great news is that, when you look at that, then it makes those plans more affordable for people to be able to actually purchase health insurance and protect their families.
Okay. So, and tell me this, how many years have you been?
You're going to date me?
No, no, no.
How many years have I been in the business? Or be gentle here this morning.
Oh, Cindy, gosh, I haven't had enough coffee this
yes.
morning that you've been with Connect Colorado.
Okay, well, Connect for Health Colorado, this is the 6th year that they've been doing this. That's correct.
And you have been involved
all
six
6
years. Okay.
Yes, and the nice part is that here, we were approached by somebody at Connect for Health, years ago, asking us to be an enrollment center. So the wonderful news about that, unlike just being, say, an individual broker, my Montrose and Delta offices are what they call official enrollment centers. So what they do is that people know that they can come to us. There's no cost. They can get all this education. We can help them get the tax credits. We can help them set up a policy that fits their family. And the best part is that they actually get a live person that when they have specific questions about care or anything, we've got a full-time staff that can answer their questions for them, and they don't have to be locked up on a phone number, on hold for an hour or so trying to get their information.
Because we love that.
Oh, yeah. Wow. And this time of year, it's very difficult. The phone lines are already jammed up with Connect for Health.
And it's already complicated. That's the part that I just want to make sure that, listen out there in Montrose, we get it. Health coverage, health insurance, and just everything we're going through, nationwide trickles down here. We get that it's complicated. And Cindy and her staff, they have 2 offices that you can go. And I want to talk about that. We're going to take a quick break. But let's chat about, when we should go into the Montrose and Delta office and, for open enrollment, ask some questions, and see what the next steps are.
Here in the heart of beautiful western Colorado, known for its unrivaled outdoor recreation, bountiful harvests, and unparalleled quality of life, changes are being made. Elevate Fiber is transforming the way we work, live, and play by creating exciting new opportunities for local families and businesses. Are you ready?
All right, welcome back to Montrose Matters. I'm Tonya Maddox, the publisher of the Montrose Daily Press, and we have Miss Cindy Watson of Watson Insurance. And we're talking all things insurance during open enrollment. Imagine that.
Yes.
But Cindy, so you said something right before we took the break that I believe our audience is going to be very interested in. You are an enrollment center.
Yes.
So first of all, how many enrollment centers are in Montrose? And you have another location, too, in Delta as well. What does that mean for the average person?
Well, first of all, I think it takes all the stress off of people. As you and I have visited on, people hate to be sold. They hate the idea that they're going to walk into a place and they're either going to be feeling guilty or obligated to do something. The wonderful thing about an enrollment center is that there's no obligation. There's no cost. The whole idea of an enrollment center is to educate you and to help you make this crazy, process that we're seeing out there become so simple. So we break it down into very simple parts. Most people leave and say, oh my gosh, I should have done this before, and that's the best compliment they could give us. So we have an enrollment center here in Montrose as well as one in Delta. The Delta one is by appointment only, just because it's hard to know what days to be in what locations. But the Montrose one, we accept walk-ins at any time.
Monday through Friday?
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. But I'll tell you, Tonya, people have jobs that go beyond that, okay? A lot of us don't have an 8 to 5. I've decided that when I retire, my idea of retirement is only to work 40 hours. So for those of us that work more than 40 hours, you know what I'm talking about. But we have a lot of people where spouses, maybe they work, shifts with their weekends or something like that. So we offer, especially this time of year, we offer appointments pretty much that work around your schedule. So if it needs to be before 8 o'clock in the morning or after 5 o'clock at night, we're there. I also do Saturday appointments. This Saturday is one of our first days of Saturday appointments. We either do them by call, we do them in person. We've got, 4 certified brokers in our Montrose office, so there's always somebody there to help you. And that's what's so great about an enrollment center. It's just education.
So, Cindy, let's talk about the Saturday. You said this Saturday is one of the first ones. How many more before open enrollment ends that you'll have?
Well, pretty much the first open enrollment runs from November 1st to December the 15th.
Okay.
Those are people that are trying to get an effective date for January 1st, okay? Or people that have policies but they need to renew them. So that's the other thing, is that if you're in Connect for Health Colorado, there's a renewal process every year. So all policies actually end on December 31st. So you have to renew them. If you have a policy that's not being offered next year, the company will send you a letter letting you know that. And sometimes they try to give you an idea of a policy that would be the most similar to what you have that you can kind of segue into. The second open enrollment is December 16th through January 15th, and those are people that will be getting a February 1st effective date. And then, of course, outside of open enrollment, if you have a qualifying event, so let's say that you lose coverage, maybe you're on a CHIP or Medicaid or a group health insurance policy or an individual policy that you're losing, or maybe you're new to the state, maybe you've had a death, a divorce, a marriage, those are all qualifying events which allow you a 60-day period of time from that event that you lose coverage to obtain coverage sometime during the year.
Sounds good. And the folks, for clarification, if they're part of the February 1st open enrollment, that still ends December 31st? Or
Well,
will that go
actually,
through
no. What happens is if you're trying to get a January 1st effective date, you've got to have your enrollment in by December the 15th.
Okay.
And then what happens if you don't, the next December 16th enrollment to January 15th will give you a February 1st effective date.
Perfect. Okay. Now, we've had a good time. We've talked about some serious things. Insurance is very, very important. But I'm going to take this opportunity to bring up something else. So, you were recently named one of the women of distinction. It's been a good year for you.
It has been. And it was kind of a surreal email to get, saying that, by the way, you have been chosen to be one of the nominees. And I was very touched by that. It was just, and the group of ladies that I was surrounded with,
Impressive.
not only do I know so many of them, but it was just nice to gather all of us together. And it's nice to see people in town making a difference for those that are here, living here and enjoying it. And what a wonderful experience.
So I bring that up because, it's important for us to remember that the people that we see in our grocery stores having lunch, they're making a difference in this community, and they're doing things. I have learned so much today from you regarding, open enrollment, Connect for Health, all of those things. And the only thing I knew about Cindy Watson, although I've been here a year and a half and I should know a little more, is that she runs a very successful insurance, firm on Townsend. I've been so impressed with how much you give back to this community of not only your time, but your resources, and just you taking the time to research and be a resource. So, from all of us at the Daily Press and all of Montrose, we want to say thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
And we will definitely reach out and try and make some of those open enrollment dates.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.